it's Mrs. P with Budget with Mrs. P. I am back to do my weekly check-in. This is the paycheck from the December 28th. This would be our first paycheck for the month of January. We have to start, the quickest paycheck to the first of the month is how we have to budget because we have so many heavy bills at the beginning of the month. So we had already talked about the money that we had from rolling over from my paycheck. It wasn't as much as what my actual paycheck is because I had put a lot more towards debt. And then my husband's came in a little bit higher than we anticipated. He's an hourly employee. He has a lot of deductions taken out because of taxes. We have extra taxes taken out because we do not like having to pay, more at the end of the year. So we always have extra taxes to come out, and health insurance and retirement and all those things. And then the other is any extra income that we get. Mainly it is just the payments that my adult sons give us, my father-in-law or my mother, for the cell phone bills and things like that. So I'm going to zoom you in. Usually when I do a check-in, and I do this always on Wednesdays because my husband's check usually hits our bank account sometime Thursday morning. So I always do a check-in so I know how much is going to be rolled over. Our mortgage did come out for $1,115. XM radio, it came out for $9.08. Whenever I do a budget, I always round up to the nearest dollar amount. That way, I don't have to deal with change and things like that when I'm budgeting. This is the last time XM radio is coming out. I have decided, even though when I tried to cancel the other day, they kept, offering me more and more deals and like discounts. And I've just decided I don't listen to it enough to even pay $5 a month. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Truck, it came out for $470. We also have a car payment, but it comes out straight out of my paycheck. So we don't have to budget for that. It just automatically comes out. Ortho came out for $88. This is my daughter's braces. Progressive, that's our auto insurance. It came out for $247.59. That does seem high, but my husband and I are on this policy, plus my son and my father-in-law. My son does pay his portion of the bill, so that's included in this other income. Microsoft, it came out for $18.18. Assurant, that's my son's renter's insurance. He also pays his renter's insurance. I just keep the policy. Scribd, it came out for $12.83. This is the last time this subscription's going to come out. I'm going to cancel that as soon as we finish the novel in class. I use the read aloud from Scribd to facilitate in the classroom. Apple Storage came out. This, I don't know. It used to be like $10 and some change, and this time it was $9.99. I don't know why it's different. And Google, that's another storage like cloud account. Eventually we can get rid of this one and move everything over to the Apple storage because there's plenty of space there. It's just we've got to take the time to do that. And so if I add up all of our bill and expenses in this section, it came to be $1,988.58. And we take it from this total here and we get left over $1,113.80, which is more than what I had anticipated. But you will see my actual rollover is going to be less because I decided to send a little bit extra to our snowball. All right, so savings, all of this stayed exactly the same because this is money that I pull out in cash. So I'm going to pull that $17.13 down. Savings was $55. Month ahead was $150, and sinking funds was $420. That added up to $625. And then the remaining after that was $1,088.80. Okay, now I'm going to move over here to our cash envelopes. Everything's cash except for gas. Gas, I just use our debit card and just subtract it. All right, so groceries, we did get, let me move this over here, $1,088.80. We did pull out $150, although I decided that I was going to only spend $125 this week, which I did. I actually spent less than that. I have the other $25 that I will put toward next week's groceries, so I'll just pull out $100 for this week, or this coming week, and so it'll all work itself out. So that was $150. Pets was $30. Household was $25. Mr. P to get $20, I got $45. And if you're wondering why he and I get different amounts, is he has hobbies, a lot more hobbies than I do, and his come out of our checking account. So I just, instead of like giving his blow money, then putting it back in the bank to cover those expenses, I just give him less money. So it works out that way. Miss P, that's our daughter, she gets her 20. Sporting events got 20. Eating out, we did really good. Did not eat out. Gas, we budgeted $80 because I knew we were going out of town for our Christmas with my middle son, but we actually spent less, $65, $45, and I still have a half of a tank. So the gas budget for this coming week should be less too. And unbudgeted, we had nothing come out of unbudgeted. So this section ended up being $375.45. And the remaining was $713.35. Bring that down here, $713.35. Let me scoot you up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so here's our debt. I told you guys in my, I don't know if it was my budget with me or my debt confession, that my husband said that the minimum balance, or the minimum payment actually, on the Citibank card was going to be $20. For some reason, I just thought that was really low, but he was right. $20 came out. Now, we're going to continue paying the minimum balance, or I keep calling balance, minimum payment on the Citibank card and my Wells Fargo card until we work up and have an extra snowball. These are 0% credit cards, and they're the ones that we did like balance transfers on, so we need to get those paid off before that 0% runs out, but for right now, we're going to pay the minimum. Wells Fargo came out for $71. Xbox, that's my husband's, and he got this before we started doing the cash budgeting, so I don't make him, even though I should make him pay for this on his own, because this is truly just his Xbox. All right, so it was $38.41. It's almost paid for, and it's a 0% like little loan or something through Microsoft. Snowball, this is where I decided to throw a little bit extra because my husband's check came in a little bit extra. I just wanted to be able to, put some money. I knew we could do it. So I put $162 toward my Discover card. So Snowball got $162. This section added up to be $339.92, which left us $373.43, which is actually lower than what I had anticipated, but it's still more than what I had estimated our rollover to be for this week when I did the monthly budget a long time ago. So our actual rollover that's going for our next paycheck, or our next weekly budget, is $373.43. And I did double check that with the account. Everything worked out perfectly. All right, so this is how I'll do the rollover. So I'll take this rollover amount. Let me go ahead and just pull this out. And then I will start our next week's budget for the week of January 4th through January 10th. I had to look at my calendar. All right, so I had anticipated our rollover to be $300, but I just said it was $373.43. So that is $70 more. That's why I decided to go ahead and throw some extra toward the snowball, because I knew that we were still going to end up with more than what I had budgeted in our monthly budget. Mr. P, I estimated at $900. Like I said before, our checks, or his checks actually, for around the holidays are always less because he doesn't work as much overtime. or actually he usually doesn't work any overtime. So his check ended up being, oh, where did I put that? Okay, so I wrote it down. I checked the bank account today, and it was $9.90 and 55 cents. All right, and so other, we don't know. This is a payment that should come from one of my boys. So I've just got to wait for him to deposit that, and I'm not going to account for it yet because it is not in there. So I will not be able to calculate this yet. I can calculate what our estimated total is. And then I'll fill this out in another video so that you can see, you know, my second week of January's budget. So this is how I do it. I'm also going to do a video on my sinking funds for week 2 of January, even though I've already done week 1, and I hate that I didn't video that one because it was the bigger cash stuffing that I did for the month. But I will start doing the cash stuffings and video those so that you can see that process and give me your advice and tell me what you think, you know, if I'm doing it the way you think I should do it, if there's anything that I should change, or just if you have any suggestions, because I'm always open for, you know, improvement. So thank you for watching. This is a little bit shorter of a video, thank goodness. I know those long videos are hard to get through. But anyway, thank you for sticking around and hanging out with me today. I will upload this and start my next video soon. Thank you. Bye.